So I'm very excited to be here. My aim with everything I'm doing online is to be the coach that I've never had. So growing up when I was your age, let's say 12, 13, even younger, I always thought I had something in me, but if I had the coach that I envisioned in my mind, I think I would have been at a certain level. And things happen in life where you come to a certain point and you're like, wait, what if I try and become that coach that I was always looking for? And it's come to the point where I was like, forget me playing football. I'll play football whenever I want, but it's down to me to try and have that thing that I have in my mind and share it to the rest of the world. So first of all, who struggles with confidence, mindset? First minute of the game, you have a bad touch. What are you thinking for the next touch? Are you nervous?
Yeah.
Cool. Who else? First touch, it's a cup final. You've had a bad first touch, giving the ball away, yeah? It's tough, isn't it? We're here to try and get over that obstacle. You've got to realize when you have that bad first touch or that bad first pass, how many hours, how many years have you trained? Is it 1 minute long? 10, 20 years? In terms of the hours, more than a year put together, right? So that 1 minute, not even a minute, that 1 second where you've given a bad pass, that should never ever put you off from getting on the ball again, from forgetting about that mistake and just restarting. Because that's not fair on yourself to say, wait, I've spent 10 years training. I'm the one who sacrificed the nightclubs. I'm the one who sacrificed alcohol. I'm the one who sacrificed friendship time just to focus on my training. And for me to give the ball away in 1 second, what am I doing? Am I going to shy away from the ball? Is that how it is? Exactly. If you look at Messi, Neymar, all the best players, do you think they actually care about their mistakes? The amount of times Messi has lost the ball when he was Lionel Messi in 2010, 2011, and yet we only speak about his good stuff. Messi lost the ball as many times as De Bruyne, as Neymar, all of these great players. But the reason why they're so great is why? Why are they so great? Their mindset. They lose the ball here in the first 10 minutes of the game. They give the ball away. The opponent have a counter-attack and they score. They get the ball again and they do something, then it's 1-1. Like, that's the resilience, that's the mentality that we all need to adopt. And that comes from understanding yourself and saying, wait a minute, I've made so many sacrifices, and you don't even have to call it a sacrifice. Every time you don't go to a nightclub, every time you don't, do the things that a footballer wouldn't do, that's an investment in yourself. You are genuinely investing time, energy, and effort into yourself by doing the things that a footballer would do. So it's not even a sacrifice. By investing that amount of time, for you to give the ball away and then shy away from it, or for you to hide from the ball when you know you could get the ball. We've all been there. That's not fair on yourself. That's a waste of time. That means potentially you're not cut out for real football. That's what it ultimately means, because the real footballers won't even care. They give the ball away in the first minute. They give the ball away in the 50th minute, because they realize that no action in football is linked. It's not. You could make one bad pass here, but that doesn't mean your next pass or your next dribble will be a bad action, because they're two separate events. We all need to start separating events, separating open goal misses, badly timed tackles, red cards, yellow cards from each other. You make a badly timed tackle, oh, I'm scared, I don't want to get the ball again. But the next time you get the ball, you could make something happen, because you need to realize that football is only about next. I asked this question to the 6-year-olds that I coach, and they kept saying, yes, yes, you can. And the question was, can you go back in time and score the open goal that you missed? And they kept saying yes. They just didn't understand what I meant. You can't go back. You can't go back. I've had so many instances where I've missed an open goal, where I've played a very bad pass in the last minute where we could have equalized in the last minute. And I've done that. But I have to realize that I can't change that. I can't. No matter how much it hurts, I can't change that. Messi could not change the fact that he lost the World Cup final in 2014. But what did he do 8 years later? Ronaldo, Neymar, all of these incredible players, Brazilian Ronaldo, Iniesta, Xavi, you can name as many players as you want. They did not care about their previous game. Forget the previous game, their previous minutes in football. They did not care. And if we can all get onto that page, onto that wavelength to say, wait, I've given the ball away 5 times, let me analyze after the game. Right now, it's not a time for me to get emotional, for me to start crying within myself and say, oh, maybe I'm not cut out for it. It's not the time for that. I'm on the pitch until the coach takes me off. The next opportunity could be my opportunity. There could be a scout watching you. You've made 3 mistakes in a row. They want to see how you respond to the resilience, because perhaps if you're a winger, that scout in, let's say, Chelsea's under 12, just an example, they have a right winger who's always scared of the ball the moment he loses it. So this scout is looking for a player who will lose the ball and get the ball again and again and again. Yeah, scouts look for that aspect as well, mentality, resilience, because they could have the best player on their team and yet they'll be like, if he doesn't make a good first pass, he's not going to have a good game. Which coach wants that sort of player? No coach wants that type of a player who is dependent on their first action. So if this winger gets the ball, dribbles, makes a positive action in the first minute, then he will have a very good game, right? We can all agree. So my point is, we can make a good dribble, we could do something, we score, we do something, that winger is high on confidence, will probably have a good game overall. I think all of our confidence at the moment is dependent on our first few actions of the game, right? But if you can be the player that gives the ball away 2 times, you quickly adjust to the game in the first 10 minutes, and then you have the best game of your life, you'll easily stand out on the pitch. It's an absolute fact because everyone else depends on that first moment, from that first instance. How do I know this? Because I'm like that as well. I was like that as well. Literally, I play number 6. I would get the ball. If my first pass wasn't good, it was an uphill battle for me mentally. I was like, oh, come on, get the ball again. Then when I got the ball again, when there was a very, very difficult pass to play through here, which broke the lines, I played it safe because I wanted to get 1 out of 1 pass completion rate. What's that about? If you watch Sergio Busquets in that position, he's lost the ball so many times from the start, and yet he's Sergio Busquets for a reason. And I don't want any other player to be like that. And no coach ever told me this, which is why I'm trying to share this message. I've got the ball so many times here, yeah? My first instance, I've tried to switch, right back's intercepted it. This is the right back, intercepted it, and off they go on a counter-attack. My coach is shouting at me, my teammates are shouting at me, come on, you're better than that. I know that I'm better than that. I said to myself, yeah, I'm better than that, come on. Next time I get the ball, that switch is on. And in training, I know I will do that switch. But what do? Play it back safe. Play it back safe. And straight away, the coach is now angry at me again for not playing that pass. Because mentally, I have not overcome that issue where I need to separate the events. That first bad pass does not mean my second pass will be bad. Or my third, or my fourth, or my fifth, or my sixth, or my 17th. It does not. Every action in football is separate. The moment you link your previous action to your current action, that means your next action will probably be the same as the previous one. If the previous one was not a good action, then you're setting yourself up for a big bad performance until you get subbed off. And then you go home, in the car, on the way home, maybe you're in the shower, you're thinking, oh, what have I done? If only I could have done this instead. Why is it so hard? It's because you need to realize, you need to make it easier for yourself. You need to be fair to yourself and say, if I've trained this hard, if I'm starting, it's for a reason. If I've come all the way to London from wherever I originally live, I've come all the way to London to a train effective camp, and in my next game, I depend on my first pass. Come on. That's not fair on you, is it? That's by no means fair on you. That's not fair on the people watching you. That's not fair on the people supporting you as well. It's not. Because the people you think care about your mistakes do not actually care. Who can tell me a mistake they made in their previous game? Any mistake, anything. Bad touch, bad pass, bad shot. Yeah? I can guarantee you, if you call your coach right now, your coach won't remember it. Or if you make that bad pass that you stress so much about, you call up your coach will be like, which pass are you talking about? Your coach, I'm a coach. I'm so obsessed with the overall team, with what the opposition are doing. I'm not gonna care about my number 6 giving the ball away. I'm not. In that moment, I'm not. You guys think, I make that bad pass, I'm gonna get subbed off. Oh, the scout might stop having interest in me. No, it's not like that. It's 90 minutes for a reason. Football is such a long game. It's a short game and a long game, yeah? You can make that bad pass once, twice, 3 times in a row, and yet the way you react to it could say a lot about your character, and that's why you could still start the next game. Your coach could say, you know what, this player, he still gives the ball away, but then the way he reacts, the way he gets the ball back and then plays it simple, I admire that. And that's what matters the most. It's about your next action. It's your resilience when things aren't going well. It's very easy, trust me, it's very easy. You've made a few good actions in the first 10 minutes of the game. No one needs to hold your hand because you will have a good game. It's so easy. You will have a good game just because you've seen the evidence that, okay, today I'm feeling it. Like, you're not feeling sharp in the warm-up. That does not mean your game will be bad as well. It doesn't. I've had bad warm-ups, and yet in the game, I've had one of my best games. And I've had a good warm-up, got complacent, then I've had my worst games. In football, you've got to honestly separate every single action, even your sprint speed. You could sprint from here to here very quickly, and you think, wow, I'm feeling good. Then the next sprint is with less speed. The moment you really stay present and focused on your next opportunity, your next role, your next responsibility, that's when you become that footballer, that player that can change the game, whether you play here, wherever you play. You can change the game by only focusing on the next. That is so, so important. And I wish I had that mentality when I was younger. And that leads me on to my next point. In order to get to that mentality, could also have a physical reset trigger. What do I mean? Now, it's very easy. So if I play here, I give the ball away, and then they have a counter-attack and they nearly score. Everyone's shouting at me. Now, in that moment, potentially I'm breathing heavily, my mouth is a bit dry, my blood is rushing a bit too excessively, so I'm not feeling my greatest. Physically, what I started to do is double tap my thigh. And that was a way for me to reset myself. Whenever I made a mistake, double tap. For me, this double tap was a way to refocus on the game. Messi, before he takes a free kick, what does he do?
Ties his shoe.
Yes, Messi always ties his shoelaces. That's his way of just focusing on that one kick. If you look at other players, some players might just randomly in the game redo their shoelaces, put their shin pads up, pull their socks up, I don't know, wipe their sweat with their shirt. They will do something regularly after a mistake just so they can reset. And that is very, very important. If mentally you can't get to that stage yet, Physically, you can, because your brain will be tricked into thinking, oh, I can reset myself. I've made the bad pass, I'm back on track. Oh, I've just given the ball away, back on track. I've badly timed a tackle, I'm on a yellow, I'm a centre back in the last 10 minutes, I'm reset. That's my way of resetting. That could be anything personal to you, anything that resonates with you the most, that's what you could do as well. Sometimes we may not be at that stage yet because our confidence, our way of seeing football is at the level where we judge ourselves based on our previous actions. So that's when it has to be physical. It has to be something big. Sometimes you scream at the ref. That's what Bruno Fernandes does. And he said in an interview, that's his way of staying focused on the game. Aaron Ramsdale, Arsenal goalkeeper, do you know what he does? Yes, he does. Every 10 minutes, he turns back to the fans and says something to the fans. That's his way of staying focused on the game. He said, I can't stay focused in goal when I'm not involved in the game for 45 minutes. So every 10 minutes, I look at the fans and I say something back to them. I start arguing with them, yeah? That's Aaron Ramsdale. So in any position, there are ways for you to stay focused. If that means shouting at the ref, making sure you don't get a ridiculous yellow card, so be it. Anything that helps you stay focused in the game, that's what you need to do. Whether that's physically, mentally, maybe if you have a loved one watching in the stands, you just look at them, thumbs up, do anything that helps you only focus on the next action. I cannot stress that enough, because if I had that mentality when I was younger, as I said before, I was at certain academies when I was younger, I didn't get to a stage because I know deep down it was because of this. I could not conquer this. In training, I was. That's why I was starting every game. And then it would just depend on the first 10 minutes. If I had a good game, I would be the player. If I had a bad first 10 minutes, I was a nobody. Then I would get subbed off. That's what it is. And I hate the feeling, personally, and when I see other players, yeah? If I'm a centre midfielder, centre back has the ball, deliberately hiding away from the ball. When you know you could get the ball, we've had a dodgy few minutes, and you say, you know what, I'm going to pretend like I want the ball, but hide, yeah? I've done that myself before when I was younger, and I know a lot of players do. I've worked with a lot of players, and that's what they do. When I watch their video footage, when they send it to me, I can see their body language, and they're saying, no, coach, I was showing for the ball. I'm like, no, you weren't. Because I know what it means to show for the ball properly, and to pretend to show for the ball properly. If this is the striker pressing the centre back, yeah? You're like, yeah, I'm here. But that passing lane isn't as clear as it should be, because you really don't want the ball in that moment. And when you really don't want the ball in that moment, if I'm a scout watching, I'm like, okay, so this player's giving the ball away 2 times in a row. He could have got the ball now, but why is he not getting the ball? Oh, it's his mentality. I don't want him. Done. Football is very ruthless. There's a stat, 0.0000012% the chance of making it a pro in the UK. I think that's the stat. When it's those sort of fine margins, you can do all the physical work. You can be the best technical player in your team. Physically, you can be up there. But if you can't conquer this in the first 5 minutes of the game when you've had a bad touch, what's the point? You might as well not train. There is literally no point. Someone who's trained less than you will probably play better than you, because mentally they've realized, I don't really care about my previous attempts. I don't really care about my previous mistakes. I'll just get the ball again and continue, because I don't care. It's almost like you shouldn't care. Stop being so, how do I say it, so personal, so emotional with the game. Leave that, as I said, for after the game. In the game, when it's almost war, it's chaos. You have the ref, you have the linesman, you have the fans, you have a player who's doing skills past you, and you're focusing, okay, do I tackle him, do I stay off him? You have so many things going on in your mind. The last thing you want is to focus on your previous mistakes and to start thinking, oh, is it because I haven't trained well? Oh, maybe I'm not cut out for it. Yeah, why is my teammate better than me and he's trained less than me? But during the game. That's not on for during the game. That's all for after the game.